What's happening, Snacker Stars? It's me, the BRE, the man in the backwards hat, and I am back with another edition of Pizza Night for Friday night, July 29th, 2016. And all throughout the summer, I am taking Pizza Night on the road. Tonight, I am somewhere that's matching the absolute weather we've been having lately, and that's stone hot at Stone Hot Pizza. It's cooled down a little bit today, but the pizza inside promises to be stone hot as well. I'll be right back right after this to tell you more about it on Pizza Night. You are looking live at Stone Hot Pizza in the Build America Center on the corner of George Mason Drive and Seminary Road here in Alexandria, Virginia. The Build America Center, full of many international businesses, mainly African and Middle Eastern businesses and restaurants and so forth. Things like hookah bars, stuff like that. Right across the street from the Skyline Towers. One of these buildings actually collapsed while it was being built. They're back in 1973, I believe. That was a big story at the time. And then there is Seminary Road right in front of me. I'm actually parked in a 7-Eleven spot, so I hope they don't get mad at me. But anyway, this is my second Stone Hot review, and today I had a hard time even deciding where I was going to go, so I decided to go pretty close, as Stone Hot is just a stone's throw away from where I work. So what I got today was a large pizza from Stone Hot. I got their large Napoli pizza. Now, the Napoli is actually part of their vegetarian specialties, and there's a reason for that. That's because the Napoli comes as dressed with pesto sauce, mozzarella cheese, fresh mozzarella is apparently on here as well, and sun-dried tomatoes, as well as fresh basil. You see a lot of those things on there, and you also see something that I added, and that is pepperoni, because you know that pepperoni goes on every pizza, unless it's a specialty pizza. But this is kind of a specialty pizza, right? I don't know. Anyway, I added the pepperoni. It was $15.95 for the pizza before I added the pepperoni. After I added the pepperoni and the tax, it ended up being $19.40. I called it in about 5 minutes to 7. They told me it'd be ready in about 10 minutes. It took more like a half an hour. The joint is jumping in there, I'll tell you that. Let me go ahead and see if I can't grab this 420 slice. It doesn't look like it was very thoroughly sliced, to say the least. Lots of grease on the bottom of that box too, and ow, it is burning hot as it just came out of their brick oven. There we go. Now, we had a brick oven pizza last week, and the bottom got nice and charred up. This didn't happen this time with this brick oven pizza, and I'm kind of glad of that, because that took some points away from FDB's score last week. Alright, pull this bad boy out. Oh, we lost that pepperoni off the front. This is a very floppy crust, extremely hot. Lots of steam and good aroma coming off of that pizza. The 420 slice looking fantastic, guys. This thing smells like a basil farm. Anyway, I'll be right back to take a taste of this pizza and tell you more about it on tonight's Pizza Night on the road. Alright guys, I am back to take a look and a taste at Stone Hot Pizza's Napoli pizza with pepperoni added. I have actually reviewed Stone Hot before. It was about 4 years ago, back when I used to actually do the reviews on my cell phone, and they weren't quite as good looking in terms of the production value. Things have improved, but that's another story. I tried their Quattro Carne pizza, or 4 meat pizza, back then, and if I remember correctly, I liked it pretty well. This place has been here, I don't know, about 10 years or something like that, but it's not a place that I have frequented. I don't know why. It's pretty close to where I live, pretty close to where I work. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, let me go ahead and pick up that 420 slice, show it to you next to my noggin the way I always do. Still steaming hot, man. This thing just came out of that brick oven. I bet you that thing's 700 degrees if it's a single degree. Anyway, you can see the greenness of the pesto sauce here on the back. No tomato sauce on this one, but there is those sun-dried tomatoes. Let me go ahead and take a bite. That cheese, though. Guys, that is one zesty, well-seasoned pie. And I'll tell you what, man, that cheese is an absolute hit. It is a superstar. It is the bomb. It is bum-diggity. It's all that in a bowl of chips and a bowl of grits. Anyway, let me go ahead and build this thing from the top to the bottom like I always do. That crust is very, very floppy, but it has a nice shell to it on the outside. But the shell is not thick enough to support the rest of it, so that's why it kind of flops over a little bit. But I like it that way, man. It's got a good flavor to it. Not overly yeasty or bleachy, you know, in that traditional pizzeria flavor type thing, but still a pretty good flavor without being plain or crackery tasting. So that's pretty good. The pesto sauce, man, that's pretty good too. It blends well with the cheese and with the actual fresh basil that's on the top and gives you a really good fresh flavor, man. I like that a lot. The cheese itself is the star of the show, like I was saying, guys. You saw that stretch. It's got a nice foundation to it. It's got a nice flavor. The blend of the shredded mozzarella with the fresh mozzarella gives it a good sheet that covers the pizza and really shelters it, man. And it really gives it a great flavor. The mozzarella cheese tastes fantastic. Nice and smooth and creamy without tasting bland. I really dig that a lot too. The vegetables and so forth on the pizza are real good. The basil, like I said, it really mixes up with that pesto sauce and gives you a really fresh flavor. The sun-dried tomatoes give you some tomato kick that was missing from not having any kind of marinara sauce or pizza sauce or anything like that on there outside of the pesto. And then the pepperoni, you know what? The pepperoni takes a back seat. It's a good flavor, it's a good texture, it's nice and well done, but all this other stuff that's going on, you really actually don't even need the pepperoni on this pizza. But I'm going to get it anyway, I'm going to eat it anyway, and I'm going to enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, can't say much bad about this pizza at all. I'm going to go ahead and give it a full thumbs up, guys. I don't know what else to say. I'm real pleased with the outcome here. Glad that I came to Stone Hot Pizza tonight. You should try it out if you're in the area. They've got a couple other locations, I think, down Telegraph Road and somewhere else. But check it out if you get a chance. You know what else you should check out? That's our SAS group on Facebook with hundreds of the coolest people in the world in our group, and you should be too. Why aren't you? Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon Reich SAS. When you're on those social media platforms, also make sure you search for and use the hashtag Snack Society. That way you know what we're eating, we know what you're eating, and on and on and on. Also, you want to join the Four Horsemen of YouTube, like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, in between time, we'll see you on Breakfast Lifestyles tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.